Podcast today with a Facebook question from Frida, who writes in on Facebook. How do you answer people when they tell you that you are lacking faith? My brother is a quadriplegic. In fact, I'm just messed that up. He's a paraplegic since he was 3 years old and has prayed all his life to walk. He knows he will walk one day with the Lord, but people in the church feel it necessary to comment to him that he doesn't have faith. It has caused him at times to question God on why he cannot get his healing. But he does understand that God uses him because of his disability. So, what should his answer be to these people? Now, imagine this scene. You have a paraplegic in the church, and people are telling the paraplegic he doesn't have enough faith. Because if he had enough faith, he wouldn't be a paraplegic. And if you look at the reasoning that is used, you hear the echoes of the prosperity preachers. You hear T.D. Jakes saying, "The devil is a liar. Healing is the children's bread. He promised to us healing in the Word of God. God can do things that medicine cannot do. And if in fact God has promised us healing, if you're still a paraplegic, it means that you don't have faith." Which of course begs the question, what is faith? Well, the faith teachers have a ready answer for you. They look at Hebrews 11:1 and they say, faith is a force. Words are the containers of the force. Through the force of faith, you create your own reality. So if you learn to access the proper vocabulary, use the right words, you're not going to be a paraplegic. Because Hebrews 11:1 says, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So say the faith teachers, there you have it. Faith is the substance, it's the stuff. And words are the containers of the stuff. Of course, that's not what Hebrews 11:1 has in mind. A proper reading of Hebrews 11:1 in context demonstrates that faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Which is to say, true biblical faith is not stuff contained in your words. It's not a substance, a tangible reality. It's a living assurance. It's a channel of living trust between an individual and their God. And faith is only as good, therefore, as the object in whom it is placed. And we place our faith in God. And with Job we say, though he slay me, yet will I trust in him. And the reason for that is that God has given us enough evidence to trust in him despite the difficulties of life. And he has demonstrated to us that in this life we're going to have trouble because we live in a fallen world. So if you're a paraplegic, it's not because you don't have enough faith. You live in a fallen world. And we are called in this fallen world to put our trust in God. And ultimately, that trust in God is going to eventuate in a new heaven and a new earth in which there will be no more paraplegics. Like Johnny Erickson Tada, they will pole vault, in her words, the pearly gates, because then the old order things will pass away and everything will become new. In the meantime, do not follow the faith teachers or swallow their formulas, their dead ends, their deception. The last thing you want to tell a paraplegic is that he doesn't have enough faith. Some of the greatest faith bearers, exemplars of faith, that I have met in my life are blind people. And my hero of the faith, a quadriplegic, Johnny Erickson Tada, who taught me the true meaning of faith. And through the overflow of a life spent in a wheelchair, has blessed the lives through her faithful service of literally millions of people around the globe. So, Frida, encourage your brother. He will walk one day with the Lord. And have pity for the people in the church that find it necessary to tell him that he does not have enough faith.